What's going on? What's going on, my co-creators? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope everything is going your way. And I'm just happy to be here to be able to do a message for y'all and communicate. I'm just grateful to have ideas to talk about every day. Because I mean, man, I never thought I could sit here and come up with something to talk about on a daily for months at a time. I was always been impressed by pastors and people that speak on a regular basis, how they come up with ideas to talk about on a weekly basis or several times a week or whatever. So anyway, I just want to say I'm grateful for that, and we all have access to that type of talent. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about me. I may have a little bit of an easier time talking about things on camera and stuff like that, but we all have access to this type of talent, folks. Don't ever think that you are cut off from the source of all information. All of us have access to an infinite amount of ideas, an infinite amount of inventions, an infinite amount of expansion. We all have that. There's nobody that's more special. There's just some people that chose to focus their time and their energy on developing certain skills, and the more skills you develop, the more confident you get, and the more you're able to express that, and the more you're able to express those things that are downloaded into your mind that you choose. That's the more you can expand, the more you can help other people. It's a beautiful, beautiful process, folks. So just know that you have access. You just have to make a choice. A lot of times we go through life, a huge part of our lives, without making choices. We end up in situations where we're pressed up against the wall where we have to make a decision, but it's not situations that we actually created and wanted. And so that's the thing, folks. We got to make decisions, make choices, and then we can build our life around that. So that's what that's all about. Today I want to talk about giving people a fair shake. People that we may meet, give them a fair shake. A lot of times we meet people or we run into people and we kind of judge them, or we feel like, oh, they can't offer me anything, or they're below me, or they're above me, or whatever. We have to learn to give people a fair shake and actually see what they're all about, because you just never know who you're going to run into. You never know who they're connected to. You never know what they're dealing with. You never know where they're from. They may be from similar places that you come from. And I'm not just talking about location. I'm talking about spiritually, emotionally, and sometimes physically. And so we need to give people a fair shake, folks. And, you always hear negative things about stereotyping. I don't think stereotyping is all negative. I mean, it can be used for negative purposes, just like any other thing. But using a stereotype, like if you see somebody dressed a certain way, in a certain area, looking a certain way, I don't think it's a terrible thing to maybe assume that they're into certain things. Now, you don't take that and completely judge them or judge anybody at all on that, but you take it into consideration, especially if you're in sales and stuff like that. If you're trying to convince someone to do business with you, you may want to find out what they like, what's important to them, and you'll have a better chance of communicating with them and doing business with them, as long as it's in a genuine way. So stereotyping isn't a bad thing, as long as you don't focus on something negative and let that be what rules the way you see this person. It's giving people a fair shake and kind of scrutinizing them but not, you don't have to do it openly. Just kind of ask the right questions and pay attention to who you're talking to, what you're dealing with, because sometimes some people don't need to be in your life, and it's quite clear. And at the same time, just because somebody may be attractive or something like that, or they may, drive a certain car or live in a certain area or have a certain amount of money and all that stuff, that don't mean you're supposed to put them on a pedestal either. Because those pedestals, as soon as you put somebody on a pedestal, you lost. You're losing. In a way, I kind of put everybody on a pedestal. I treat everybody the same way if I have the time. So if you think I'm treating you special, just know I'm treating everybody special. Just FYI. So now I don't do pedestals, folks. I'm fresh out of those. So that's all I'm saying with this message is pay attention to people, give them a fair shake, use a little stereotyping. Like if I was, when it comes to the opposite sex, if you're trying to meet somebody, if I was trying to meet somebody and, all right, I'm into sci-fi movies. I like all that kind of stuff. And let's be honest, most women aren't into that kind of stuff. Some of them are, but most of them not. I'm not going to sit there and try to pretend that. And I would be a damn fool if I'm trying to meet somebody, get to know them. If I walk up to them and start talking about some sci-fi fantasy movie, they're going to be like, what the hell wrong with this dude? What are you talking about? You never know, that might be humorous to somebody, but for the most part, you're gonna be like, damn, this guy's kind of off, just coming at me, talking to me about this stuff. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Now, if she had like a shirt on or something, representing something like that, then I could make that a part of the conversation. Or if we was at some kind of place where there's a lot of that sci-fi type stuff going on, like at a convention or something, or a certain store, yeah, and that's stereotyping. But you just don't want to walk up to people and start talking to them about something that just don't make sense, and it's obvious they're not into certain things. So, yeah, you got to use that stereotyping, folks. Kind of, it's kind of put your feelers out there. But as soon as you make contact, you start to ask the right questions and you pay attention to who this person is. Some people don't need to be in your life. Some people need to be in your life every once in a while. Some people may need to be in your life every day. You just don't know. You never know who you're gonna run into, folks. You don't know who these people are. They may be great benefit to you or great harm. So we have to be aware, be conscious, and be open-minded, and scrutinize folks. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to treat. You got to treat people bad just because somebody looking good and they looking clean, they got the right clothes on, they driving the right thing, whatever. Don't just think that they all good. You know what I'm saying? Don't just automatically assume that they're for you. Treat these people that's looking all shiny on the outside, scrutinize them like they're looking dusty, as if they was dusty as scrutinize them like that. You know what I'm saying? So somebody else in the car by themselves with a mask on, shouldn't even let them in. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm not that bad. Anyway, folks, I want you to get out today. 30 minutes cardio. Get your blood pumping, get your heart rate up, get that sweat, those toxins out of your body. We consume a lot of toxins, so we gotta get that stuff out of us. We gotta sweat it out. And we gotta breathe in all that bad COVID air, breathe it all in, take deep breaths of it. Take deep breaths of it so your body can know what to do with it, folks. Don't be trying to run away from stuff that's a challenge. That's how your body gets stronger. Now, if you got a compromised system and you got all kind of issues, yeah, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Stay inside, you know what I'm saying? Get in a plastic bag and chill out. But if you don't have anything like that going on, you need to get out there and your body needs to be tested. That's how you build muscles, folks. Any part of your life, not just muscles, emotionally, relationships, spiritually, you gotta challenge yourself. You can't run away from problems, folks. That's how we get stronger. You cannot run away from stuff. Think about any situation you ever been in your life. Any situation you ever been in your life that you have overcame. It's when you faced it down. When you avoid it, it makes you weaker. I'm trying to tell you, folks, you need some of that good trauma in your life. That good trauma. I want to be traumatized in a good way, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta stop trying to run away from stuff, folks. We gotta face this stuff. And so, anyway, get out there, breathe in that air. Just like when you get a cold, it makes your body stronger. Just like when you got the flu in the past, it makes your body stronger. Just like when you get a stomach virus, it makes your body stronger. Build antibodies, your body know how to deal with stuff. But now you letting these people run your life, got you running around scared over something that's killing less than 1% of people that get it. Boy, some folks just like to be scared. Don't make no sense, folks. It don't make any sense at all. Yeah, I said a double negative. It don't make no sense for y'all to be running around with hot, dirty mask on your face, following all these silly rules, giving up all your personal medical information, all of that, shutting down your businesses, traumatizing your kids with this foolishness. I mean, I feel sorry for what the kids are about to go through, with what some of these parents are about to put their kids through. Y'all better not put your kids in them schools if they doing all this stuff, because less than 1%, and with the kids is less than 0.000 something percent. Ain't nobody dying from it. Stop listening to these silly rules, folks. And but get yourself prepared, get your body together, because I promise you, folks, by winter time, everything gonna be called COVID-19. Everything. You get the sniffle stuff you get every year. You get allergies. Oh, COVID. You get everything gonna be called that. They're already telling you right now that half of the cases, so-called cases that they talking about, now they're like not even real cases. They're like suspected cases. It's a bunch of buffoonery going on, folks, and it only stops when we say it's not going to go on anymore. That's the bottom line to all this stuff, folks. I keep trying to tell you that we have the power, we got the numbers. Nothing can be enforced without us saying okay. They can't do anything without us saying okay, folks. I'm trying to tell you, we got the power and the numbers. We can do whatever we want, but we keep going along, follow along. They're gonna keep on having a different rule for every week. Oh, this week you gotta pat your head 3 times and rub your stomach in order to prevent infection from COVID. You gotta put knee pads on and elbow pads on, because there's orifices that it sneaks in through the cracks. You know how when you bend your arm, you got those little creases on your elbow, your knees. That's where the virus sneaks in right there. So you gotta put knee pads and elbow pads on. It's gonna get ridiculous and more ridiculous, and then the next week they're gonna be like, oh, that doesn't matter anymore. You don't need that. That doesn't matter. Man, y'all keep playing along and keep listening to these people. They're gonna have a new rule for you every week. They're gonna be all up in your body, all up in your life. And I keep telling y'all don't want these people in your life. Y'all don't want these people in your life like that, but you let them do it. You let them all in your life. Hey, come on in. Find out what's my blood pressure, what's my temperature, what's my medical history. Strangers in the street getting all your personal information. I'll be damned if somebody take my damn temperature. Man, I got some rough days ahead of me, because I already know what was coming. So anyway, but I'm ready for it though, because I got principle, and I think that's more important than being fearful. I have principle and I have pride. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that. You can't let nobody be punking you and having you doing stuff that don't make sense, folks. Especially folks that look like me. We done been through enough. So anyway, folks, that was a long way to get to the end. I want you to meditate. Make sure you do at least 10 minutes a day meditation, folks. That's very, 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 very important. Get those toxins out of your body. And I said the wrong thing. Well, you know what? Spiritual toxins out of your body. Meditate 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Reconnect with your higher self. And also turn off the news. There's nothing but bad news, no good news there. Turn that mess off. It's not helping you. And also leave your cell phone at home sometime. My co-creators, I love you, I love you, I love you. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.